Hey guys, it's Steve Zanara here. Again, we're our second interview going here. I want to introduce you to Nelson Antunes. Nelson has become a good friend, and also he's the one that sold me my Mercedes in the last. Actually, we bought two of them for you.
See that?
October.
Few tactics.
Yeah. Ultimately, so I want to introduce you to Nelson. He's the top in his field in sales, and also his journey to getting to the top salesman here at Mercedes. So again, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, everything good?
Yeah.
Thanks for the interview, my friend. Appreciate it. As Steven said, we met and we became very good friends. So life's journey, I mean, comes with up and downs, obviously. Success doesn't come easy.
Absolutely.
So I mean, there's several transitions in life. For those of you that are on a down, don't let it keep you down, because as long as you've got the drive, the motivation, the focus, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So myself, for instance, I mean, we'll take you back a little bit.
Hey, you started in the watch industry, right? The Swiss?
Yeah, so my whole life I've been focused, sales-driven. I guess from a young age of growing up, being in the industry with parents, with their own businesses, it kind of put that little DNA in me to kind of want to be in that atmosphere. You know, going through the whole schooling process, doing the business admin and stuff, and all that fun stuff. I mean, we'll take you back to my days when I was working at the Swiss Rigor. So again, I was approached, I was recruited by this pretty big organization. I didn't really have the passion for the watches. Wasn't familiar with watches or the industry. But again, sales is something that's transferable that you can kind of take with you wherever you go.
It's a discipline, the commitment, the passion. Right?
That's it, absolutely. So I was with Le Swiss in Rigorous for approximately 10 years. So journey there was, I started with Breitling boss Oris. 5 years later, he approached me, says, listen, our stores are struggling. You're the guy, we need you to kind of overlook the brand, overlook the, you know, the retail aspect as well. And I said, listen, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. He's like, you don't have a choice. So of course it came with a nice pay increase. So I said, okay. He's like, listen, I'm not taking you away from the distribution. I also want to involve with that as well. So here I am joining, you know, a force that just lost Rolex, just lost Gucci, just lost Tag Heuer. So we're talking 3 of the top brands that are generating maybe 60% of our business. So obviously we came up with a game plan because we distribute some of the top brands, focused a little more on that, brought in a few new brands, and you know, we were able to surplus first year 6%, even without those brands. Just with focus, dedication, motivation, filtering, you know, the right product and whatnot.
Sure.
So that journey came to an end, unfortunately. And then I was venturing in to do my own business with my brother-in-law. And then once again, that didn't take off. So right after that, I actually joined another organization as a director of communication. So that was short-lived. Wasn't really my passion, wasn't my field. It was kind of a transition. So I approached actually Mercedes, which I am currently in right now, and they wanted to bring me on. They liked my portfolio, they liked my background. They wanted to bring me on as pre-owned. I said, I'm managed in the pre-owned industry, I'm more focused on the new car. They're like, listen, get your feet wet in the industry, come back, you got a position with us. So I then approached Honda, because I know they're a high volume car, a good reputable brand.
Bond, right?
So I said, okay. I went to actually Thornhill Honda. They interviewed me and they're like, listen, it's our month end. Can we connect Monday? So I'm like, I'm not giving up. I need to get in. So again, dedication, motivation, focus. I actually approached the Honda next to where I am now, which is in Maple. And I sat with a gentleman there, Vic, who was a watch enthusiast. He loved me right away. He says, listen, I don't have a position here, but I do have a position at my other store. The following day, I was sitting in their meeting, starting my venture with Honda. Funny thing is, while I'm at the meeting, during my first meeting, I get a call from the Honda at Thornhill, and they're like, "Listen, can you start Monday?" I'm like, "You know what? I'm already positioned."
So that was a mistake for Thornhill Honda because this guy made number 3 in Canada, was it?
Number 3 in Canada. So
for sales in selling Hondas in Canada, which is incredible, right?
right. Again, things don't come easy, and I mean that. I had to drive the passion, the dedication, motivation, mindset, and my goal always was, I'm very competitive, and I always like to strive to be number 1 in the industry. So again, I was the first one there. You know how it is, Steve. You're the same way. First one there, last one to leave. No such thing as a day off. Not even Sundays. You're always working. You're always networking. You're always pushing. So with that
and
comes
over servicing your clients. And that's
right.
An experience with you the last 2 cars we bought in the last couple of months. I mean, even when I bought the C43, we were like above and beyond with service, which was amazing. So it was pretty good. It was a great experience.
Absolutely.
I think you expect that with the brand too, right? So you definitely you tied in the brand with your over servicing sales, which is awesome.
And again, like our business is, and Stephen can tell you, is a lot of referral basis. So, I mean, one client within the next 3-5 years can become 15, 20, 30 clients based on their network of people if you service them correctly. So
going back to Honda. So you were number 3 in Canada. Right?
So number 3 in Canada.
How many cars did you sell in a year to get that?
So I was doing an average 30 to 35 cars a month, which is
delivered 25 cars a month. So that's what, 350 a year, I think you were saying?
In that range.
So you took Christmas off, I guess.
Basically working. Like I remember some Saturdays selling 7-8 cars.
Yeah, but how do you service all that? Because that's pretty
it's a different sale than here.
You gotta test drive the car, show the car, get the client what he wants, negotiate the deal.
Right.
Then you gotta order the car, get it delivered, then you gotta inspect the car, then you gotta pre-deliver it. And then you gotta take calls after if there's something, if the radio function doesn't work, if the phone didn't link up to their Bluetooth. How do you manage
14 hours a day,
because
right?
You're a family man, you got 2 kids, you got a beautiful wife.
So at the time at Honda, this is why I was so driven and motivated. I was with my wife. We weren't married at the time, but no kids.
Yeah.
So my transition is different than what it is now.
Yeah.
So an easy sell. Basically, it's all about building relationships, rapport, right? Breaking that barrier and just connecting with the individual. Because the product there is a good product.
Okay, let me ask you, average salesman in Honda year period, how many cars would he sell a year?
So the top guy there, before I started, he was doing about 20 cars, 18, 20 cars.
A month. 20 a year?
Right. So
what about that's the top. What about
so average guy was doing 8 to 10 cars. Average.
10 cars a month?
10 cars. 8 to 10 cars.
About 100 deals a year? You triple
that within my first year. So, I mean, I'm there working with guys that have been with the brand or been with the organization 20 years. So imagine that portfolio, and then here you are coming in solo, no background, no experience. The thing is with me, while I was working at La Suisse and Gregores, I also had a company called Pure Entertainment. So Pure Entertainment, basically, I had a team of individuals, 12, 13 guys under me, and we did a lot of events.
So your face went close last night. Pure White, what was that part?
Yeah, Pure White bar. So yeah, I was tied in, so I built a good network with people.
Yeah.
So that kind of helped me grow within the industry as well.
But I think it's your personality too.
Personality.
And everything's on the table. Even when I dealt with the car, it's on the table. This is it. We're going to get you the best price.
Locking.
We're going to go.
Locking.
Right?
So then I approached Mercedes, and they're like, okay, we want you here. So they offered me a position at their head office branch. So I go to resign with Honda.
So you just did a killer year, 350 deals, and you're going to resign. So they were freaking out.
Yeah. So I go, and they're like,
you can't leave.
No chance. You're not going anywhere. I said, listen. I mean, this was a stepping stone. I appreciate everything. You guys were great and great atmosphere. I go to resign, and then my mentor, the guy who helped develop me, is like, "There's no chance. Joe wants to speak with you." So I go upstairs, and he's like, "What's going on?" I said, "Listen, my passion is I need to be at a different level. I come from a certain level. I want to continue at that level because I've got the clients to support that. He says, listen, what's it going to take? I said, it's not about what it's going to take. He says, do you understand? We have a plan for you. We're developing you. The goal with you is I want you partnering up in the store. That was enough to keep me in the brand in the industry.
Yeah.
So then what happened?
So how long were you at hospital?
So then I stayed another 6 months.
Okay.
So I stayed 6 months, and then they brought in another individual into the organization that kind of was shaking and stirring things, and I said, listen, it's not for me. I started to see things going in the wrong direction, and you got to trust your gut instinct. So then I called Mercedes, and they're like, well, why should we hire you?
This one here, Maple, or?
No, I called head office. I was dealing directly with HR, and then they're like, okay, we'll take you back. So then I started my journey with Benz.
How long have you been now with Mercedes?
So I've been with Mercedes now 6 years. 6 years. Different brand, again, ups and downs.
Different sales point too, right?
Different sales point. And again, it's all about your drive, your dedication, your motivation. Again, I'm sitting here competing. I like to say competing. I mean, I compete with myself. I just want to improve annually, and I set my own goals and my own targets. To me, honestly, it's not about competing or saying I'm the best, or I never take that. I support everyone. I want everyone to do well. That's my thing. But to me, my drive is money, and being number one, and being able to show that on paper as well to achieve goals in the industry and my own personal life goals, right? So again, things
don't. How many cars are you selling now at Mercedes? Your best year at Benz.
So best year at Benz. Last year, every year I keep increasing, right? So last year I just did shy of 200 units, but 200 units is a lot more than 300 and something units at Honda. Right now in Benz here, I'm 1 and 2, right? So there's some months where I'm number 1, some months that I'm number 2.
Yeah.
And then again, like I'm going against guys that are, we're the top in the industry here. So, you're going with guys that are top of the industry, top breeds, polished individuals that have been in the industry, in this brand, 2 to 3 folds where I've been. So to be where I'm at within the store level is a huge accomplishment. And then, I was ranking my top thing, I'm ranking number 9 within the brand.
The brand in Ontario or Canada?
Brand in Canada.
Wow, so top 10.
Right? I've slipped a little bit because now,
your kids too.
Family life is important to me, right? And I'm now working 9 to 5s instead of the 9 to 8s or the 12 to 8s, so I'm more of a 9 to 5 guy for days. Yeah, so
kind of jealous of your schedule, I gotta be honest.
Right. So family plays a huge priority for me. Watching my kids develop, because I always hear these success stories. Yeah, I'm here, I'm top, but I miss my kids growing up, right? Yeah. So you gotta kind of balance it out, right? But I'd like to share something with you guys. So there's been a lot of struggles, a lot of ups and downs, and over and above, I know there's individuals out there that are giving up on their dreams or giving up on their ambitions and their careers. Let me tell you this, okay? So here I am proposing to my wife. We are getting married. We move into a new home. This is after I left Les Swiss. I transitioned into that communications, director of communications. So I stepped down from there. We had a mutual parting. So here I am, moving into a new home, getting married in 6 months. I'm not working. 3 months after that, my wife loses her job. So I got hit with some serious anxiety. Okay? So here we are in the big part of our life, and I'm supposed to be going out looking for work. I'm sitting in a parking lot because I can't drive 2 kilometers because I'm suffering with anxiety.
Really?
So to overcome that, and then to be where I am is a huge success. And I'm not stopping here, right? There's more, and thank you to Steve. We're now looking at our second investment, and we're going to grow that and develop that in
Real estate portfolio for sure.
Right.
Your retirement, most definitely.
That's right. So the goal is to have at least 3 more additional homes, one for each kid, another retirement, and then our home.
You see 3, I see 6 for you. So
6 is good. 9's my lucky number. So
let me ask you one question. If you had to give someone a word of advice or someone struggling right now, especially in car sales, I mean, you're on top of your game. I'm sure people respect you in the industry. If you had to give them, like, if they're, let's just say they had a shitty month, crappy month, and feel down, like, what would you, kind of advice would you
what
give?
I do, I mean, never give up. I mean, the minute you give up, your game is over. So you gotta just stay focused. You've got to be consistent. Number 1 is consistency. A lot of guys here don't follow up. They don't pick up the phone. They don't, do their follow-up calls. Even, that's important. Me, when I'm down and I'm having a bad month, because it happens. It happens, and things don't always go your way. It's very stressful here. Honestly, every night, I try to do alternations. And I pick up YouTube. YouTube's my best friend.
Yeah.
I do motivational videos. I listen to all top guys. I do some meditations, vibration frequency, just to realign myself. So that kind of drives me and gets me up.
Right? Drains the negative energy.
And you take that, and it's all about your habits too. You can have a bad habit and you're consistently doing that bad habit, and you're not going to be success. So success comes with good habits, consistently, ongoing is going to equal success, right?
I love it, man. That's good. It's good advice. So if you're looking for a Mercedes, deal with Nelson Antunes here at Mercedes Maple. Fantastic experience. You won't be disappointed. Trust me. I'm a stickler for service, and this guy's went above and beyond for me. Trust me. He's gonna have my business for a very long time. Not only that, all my referrals. So ultimately,
Stephen alone, I appreciate it. Has already sent me 6-7 deals, and the guys that he referred to me, like Nursh, Mike, all great guys. They're also referring business, so I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Very much.
Very good. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
We started in the B's?
We could.
Yeah,
Get the key.
When you're in the house of Mercedes, you wear the AMG shirts, the Tag Carrera watch, and my racing shoes. Those are my pilotes. So let's hear this Mercedes.